And welcome back to Talk to Me with the coach, Mike Mayden, as we're at the Pitching Hit Club dinner, and we're visiting with Bill Campbell, Chicago former Cubs pitcher. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's a good turnout.
Tell us a little bit about your major league experience.
Well, I started with the Twins way back in 1973, about 3.5 years there, 5 with the Red Sox, a couple of the Cubs, 82 and 83, Detroit, Philly, St. Louis, and ended in 87. So it's been 20 years since I picked up a ball there.
20 years, that's a long time.
I know, it's hard to believe it went that fast, but it's been 20 years since I played in the big leagues. Yeah.
Well, tell me, with all those teams that you played for, tell me which one that you enjoyed the most?
Really enjoyed Boston. It's such a great baseball town, but also naturally 85 with the Cardinals because we went to the World Series. So that was a good team. A lot of fun.
All us Cubs fans go boycott you now.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, unfortunately, 82 and 83 with the Cubs, unforgettable years, unfortunately.
Come on, we bleed blue in Chicago now. No, just kidding. Being a Chicago native, you know, a lot of kids look at major league pitchers, and having coached college baseball and scout on the major level, always told kids the quickest way to the big leagues was pitching and catching. How do you account for the short life of pitchers in the major leagues?
Well, there seems to be so much emphasis on guys throwing hard these days that I think a lot of kids think that's the quickest way to get there. Just throw as hard as you can, as long as you can. And I think sometimes they forget that it's pitching. It's not just throwing hard, it's pitching. Learn how to pitching, changing speeds, and locating the ball. And I think some of these guys get carried away. They want to be big and strong. They lift too many weights. And I think it hurts their arm more than helps them.
And who are some of the notable guys that you played with in your big league career?
Well, I just did a Minnesota Twins fantasy camp in Harmon Killebrew, Bert Blyleven, obviously Harmon Hall of Famer, and Bert a future Hall of Famer. The Red Sox, Jim Rice, Freddie Lynn, Carl Yastrzemski, Carlton Fisk. Phillies, Mike Schmidt. Cubs, Lee Smith. I mean, I had a chance to play some really good players, great players, and just great guys.
You know, I had Coop on my show a few weeks ago, pitching coach for the Chicago White Sox, and I asked him who was the biggest character on the team. Who was one of the biggest characters that you played with?
You know, it's funny, in the Red Sox, it was kind of a quiet guy, but Carl Yastrzemski, a Hall of Famer, he was a practical joker. He was one of those guys you had to look out for. He was a sneaky, and back in those days, they liked to give hot puts and things like that, and he was good at it. He'd crawl down the length of a dugout just to give somebody a hot foot. So, yeah, he paired with some characters. Larry Anderson with the Phillies, he was quite a character. So you're always running into some funny guys. You got to have those guys in every club. Louis Tiant, great guy in the Red Sox, great guy.
So what would you give in exchange for your big league career?
Boy, I don't know what's out there that I would change. I really don't. It was about 14 years. It went faster than heck, but I tell you, something you always have is the memories, and you get a chance to run into people like functions like this that you played against sometimes, people you might not have liked so much when you played against. You get to know them, and they're nice guys. So it's always fun to get back involved in the game in some way.
And now you're giving back by being a part of the Pitching Hit Club.
Yeah, I think I've been involved about 4 years now, 5 years, and what they're doing, they're trying to raise some money for some scholarships for players, putting on showcase clinics so players can get seen by college coaches and scouts, and it's something to help the youth in the community. So it's a good thing.
What would you say to that youngster out there that's watching this show that wants to play in the big leagues one day?
Well, it's like anything else. If you want it bad enough, you got to work at it. You definitely have to work at it. It's not something that can be given to you. You have to go out there. You got to learn the game, respect the game, and just go out there and work hard, learn every day. If that's what you want to do, it's definitely a lot of fun, but it's also some work.
Well, I thank you very much for your time, and hopefully we'll meet each other again in the future.
All right, Mike.
Thank you. talk to me with the coach.